Hey everybody, so I am going to share with you all of the new fall and holiday products. So this is the fall holiday lookbook from 2025. So if you are a VIP customer on your consultant's list, then you will be getting that book in the mail the week of September 15th, which is the week that I'm recording this. So anyway, so you should be getting this in the mail. And if you do get in the mail, first of all, remember it's never junk mail. So whoever else is in your house, that household that collects the mail, let them know it's never junk mail. Never throw it away, okay? Because always there is going to be a sample. And in this book, normally it's a few pages in, and it's on the same page that the sample is being described on. And in this book, it's actually on the very first page when you open it up. So it's page 3 that it's on. There is a sample of two new cheat colors coming out. So we'll talk about those in a hot minute. Okay. So the first product that I am going to jump into is so that I can get stuff on my face and look better for this video is the new concealers. Okay, so we have new concealers and new under eye correctors. So these are called, what's the exact name of them? They used to be called perfecting concealers, and now, um, what's the under eye corrector? Multi-benefit concealer. I thought that was the correct name. So the new Mary Kay multi-benefit concealer are $18 each. Okay. And they are now back in a squeezy tube. So if you remember that from before the current one that's in a doe foot, they used to be in a squeezy tube and now they are again. And it's actually called a precision needle nose precision. Okay. So you can go just like this exactly and just get tiny dots right where you want it for both the concealer, multi-benefit concealer, and then at the same time, we also have new under eye correctors. We have light peach and deep peach. Okay. I know that doesn't look much like a peach, but I promise you it is as compared to a concealer shade that is more of a this is light. Sorry, this is the light peach. This is the beige. This is a light concealer. Anyway, so let's talk about these. So the multi-benefit concealer, why are they multi-benefits? They have a ton of skincare benefits to them, okay? So they have antioxidants in them, which is the vitamin E. So they have vitamin E in them, so good antioxidant. Antioxidants fight against the free radicals that harm our skin. They have glycerin in them. That helps to increase the skin's moisture. So they're very hydrating. Okay. I feel that because they're very hydrating, they don't crease in the lines and they don't look some concealers, I don't feel ours never have, but some concealers, people complain that they can look cakey and or flaky or just hard and get in the lines. I feel these are very hydrating and look um they look better for the eye than some people complain about other concealers. I have never found Mary Kay's to be that way, but anyway, they are long wearing. They have no crease or transfer, and they act as an eye primer. Okay. So whether you're brightening the tired eyes, covering spots, or defining your favorite features, these confidence boosting essentials blend effortlessly into your makeup routine. Okay. So they're full coverage. You only need a few drops. Needle nose precision's easy application, life proof, long wearing, sweat, and humidity resistant, extended shade range. So there are 9 shades of this concealer. Our previous one only had 6. Okay. Um, and then the under eye corrector. So in our previous one, I was wearing an under eye corrector, and you know what? I say that everybody kind of has a natural shadow there. But so sometimes feel like everybody needed the under eye corrector, but not everybody does. Okay. And so I feel that the concealer is enough for me. Okay. And I have to get that so that my a dog in my house doesn't get it. And so, not everybody needs the under eye concealer is enough for some people. Okay, and so I had to get the mirror in case I don't want to use video to apply these. So in the past, I was using what I was saying is I used to use under eye corrector and concealer, and you kind of blend them together to apply them, or at least you would use the under eye corrector and the concealer over it, so you don't have a peach looking eye, right? Because under eye correctors, the reason why they're named light peach and deep peach is because peach on the color wheel is opposite that um, purpley blue kind of color that you can get under the eye. And so they do exactly what they're called. They correct the color. They don't conceal. And so they're not a foundation or skin tone shade. They are a peach shade. And so they're going to correct that. And so for the light skinned people, the ivory and beiges, light beiges at least, the light peach can go on. And now the book does say that you can wear it alone. Okay. Let me show you a picture of what I'm looking at. I have it in picture form. I want to share this one. Okay. And so you'll see here that over in the right-hand side, the light peach, it says just to wear alone. Now, um, I have not tried with this with anyone, so I don't know if you can wear it alone or if you have to put a concealer over it still, because you don't want, like I said, you don't want just that peach kind of look. Now, the bronze skin girls, I heard a bronze skin director describe this as they don't get that blue purple kind of color. Theirs turns black, as you see here in this first picture. Let me zoom in a little bit. So here in this first picture, you see that it's kind of a black look. And so when you apply the corrector, it is a deep peach. And when you blend it, it then has that deep peach kind of color. Then you would go over it with the concealer. Okay. Now she has some darkness around her mouth as well that they corrected, excuse me. And so once you go over it with the concealer, you then blend and buff that out, and it looks so good. I saw when, like I said, when I saw that director doing that, it just looks so good on her eye. So, so the bronze skin girls, you will want to use both corrector and concealer if you have that dark eye area. Now, again, not everyone's going to have that black to the eye, and all ivory beige girls are not going to have a darkness that they're going to want to correct. Okay. So some of you may need just concealer. And our concealers are made to go over the foundation because our foundation has such good coverage that you may not need concealer. Okay. Now, I feel that everybody needs concealer under the eye. I feel that brightens the eye because you're putting our concealers over the foundation. One, because our foundation has enough coverage, but two, our concealers are brightening. Okay. So you're going to want to brighten the eye area. Now, on this video, I should stop the video effects. The only video effect I have, I think, that I put on there, I was playing with what the effects is. I was playing with possibly putting a background up, but I wanted you to be able to see the products. And sometimes when you have a background, you can't see products. All I did was adjust for low light. So let's see if that does anything, because sometimes the light in this room, it didn't. I have a spot here that I will be correcting or concealing, excuse me. So let's show you guys what the concealer looks like on me. So I will be using a mirror so that I'm not just looking in the video. The mirror is kind of is closer to me, first of all. Um, and so for me, um, I use both. I have found that both our blending sponge and our brush, cream color brush that imitates a finger, works very well. I like them both. If you get too much product, more the blending sponge because it will soak some up. Um, Now, if you apply just the right amount, the blending sponge is still okay. It won't take too much away. So, I'm gonna put some on my finger, and literally, I have just a squirt. Okay, tap, tap, there, and I'm gonna conceal that. Now, I also feel that it blends really well with um, concealing the eyelid. Now, it's not necessarily concealing. What is the right word to use? Um, it evens out the look of the eyelid. Now, whether you're putting eye color or not, it blends out the look and of the lid, so you're not getting those. Some people have a lot of veins, and just evens out the tone, the look, and how I heard a makeup artist say is that your eyelid's a part of your face, right? It's still skin, and so you still want to um, make it look even. Okay, so. And I know on video you're not going to see the difference. I promise I don't have any other video effects on. Um, So there's that. Okay, so now I can show you squeezing it out. Oh, and show you this. So when you get a little bit on it and kind of blend it on the lid and underneath, it's called bouncing. You just up and down, back and forth. Okay, so not pulling, and it's just blending it on. Okay. So that is the concealer. Now, this red spot, gone. Okay. All here, gone. Makes it look like it's part of my face. Now, this is also going to act as eye primer. Okay. So, so there's that. Um, okay. So now let's move on to, I think I covered everything that I wanted to as far as details to share with you for that. Does not flake, feels weightless, needle nose precision. Okay. So the next product that I want to go over is, excuse me, let's go over the tinted lip balms. So now we have some tinted lip balms. So where are these? So this is on, so in the book for concealers is page 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then we have some tinted lip balms. Okay. So they are 20 each. We have Coral Blaze. Okay, I'm going to put both of these on for you guys. And we have Radiant Pink. All right. Now I'm pink girl. The Coral Blaze is still going to look good on me. I'm a cool skin girl, cool tones. Um, so being a tinted color, it may not come out the same on everybody, just like lipsticks don't look the same on everybody. So, I don't know how people who talk when they apply lip color. I should have done this one second so it stays on with the look that I'm doing, but this is the Radiant Pink. Okay. Um, let's take it off. I will show you the Coral Blaze now. Getting it on the whole cotton round. Now, remember, always use cotton rounds, never cotton balls. Uh, should have only covered half of it, so I have the other half to wipe off the cotton, wipe off. All right, so this one is not mine, so I'm going to use a doe foot applicator. Um, And if you end up getting, so first of all, I love the retro look of the case. Okay. It's kind of not chunky, but not like huge, right? Um, and they have slight scent. Reminds me of, if you're old enough to remember, lip smackers. Okay. Now, I actually haven't used the Coral Blaze until today with you guys. So I am liking that. Look at that. How pretty is that shade? All right. So like I said, I want to have the pink on for the look I'm doing. Let's while I do this, I want to share with you the pictures of these tinted lip balms. So these are the lip balms. As you see, they come out different on every skin tone. Um, and yep, so they're 20. So they have, let me tell you this. They have jojoba oil and almond oil. So jojoba, jojoba oil and almond oil. So super hydrating. All of our lip colors are really hydrating. That Mary Kay, any Mary Kay lip color gloss, lipsticks. We have our tinted lip oils from last season, and now these tinted lip balms. So, um, yeah. So those are tinted lip balm. I'm gonna put the pink back on. I like Sometimes people prefer their lip balm to be in stick form, which is why I like when they come out with stick lip balms every once in a while. Uh, so that's the next product. Okay. So now let's do uh in order to get some more color on my face, let's do the color palettes next. I'm so excited to share these with you. So there's two color palettes. This one is called Outer Glow, all right? And then we have Inner Fire. Look at how gorgeous. So both of them have two matte shades. Okay, the two at the bottom outside corners are matte. The other four are if you want to call them shimmer. And so these are 40 each. They come with a mirror, okay? And it magnetizes shut. So this one has more of the pink and red, and this one is more of the orange and red kind of coloring to them. And so this one is those who are cool skinned girls, cool toned, will prefer this one. It's not that you can't wear the opposite ones, no matter what tone you are, but the warm skinned girls most likely will prefer this one. Okay. So I'm going to break some rules and I will apply the Inner Fire to one of the eyes, but I love this one. So we're going to do this one first. And so let me show you this. So that eye primer or the concealer acted as an eye primer. So, what I have liked with this look, now there's 6 shades. You can do so many different looks with 6 shades. Okay. And so you can get a lot of different looks out of this. So there's one look that I have been loving, so I'm going to be doing that one with you today. If you follow me or if you're in one of my consultants, pages, ask her to try some looks. Or if you're watching this and you have a different beauty consultant, ask her to try a different look, and I'm sure she would apply it a different way. So what I have been doing, and with my hooded eyes, I like doing colors 1, 2, 3 across rather than the classic lid, crease, and accent. So for this, I always start with the middle color. And so this is called now, on our previous palettes, I liked how the company put the colors right here. And so we did give them feedback saying if you're going to do a palette similar to this again, to always just put the colors here and not on the back. So this one is called Pink Inferno. And so because it is more of a shimmer color, I am patting it on. Now, shimmer colors, if you swipe it on, you're going to end up with product out here. And patting it on has it be more of a um kind of a brighter color. I like the word bright for that. So I wish the lighting was really so much better in this video. Um, so here's the Pink Inferno. All right, so we're gonna tap. Oh, I wanted to do the other eye. I forgot I'm doing something else in the other eye. So I don't need that much product on this. I just got brand new color on this brush. Think I'm doing the other eye. Okay, so now we're gonna do, and so I use the all over brush. So now I just flip to the other side of the brush and I'm doing the top middle, which is Lilac Sparks. So with this, I do the inner corner of the eye, okay? And it just added a nice highlight to the eye, and especially where it's blending with that other color. Um, there you go. Okay, so now I still like using that all over brush kind of shape. And now I am doing the Fierce Purple, this color down here on the outer corner. And I'm brushing it along the lash up into the crease so it creates a sideways V and then just sort of blend together. And then when you take, now that it looks kind of harsh, right? When you take the eye blending brush and just kind of blend it together, and into the crease a little bit more even and up, it doesn't look so bad. Now, I'm someone who then says, you can always go back with a little bit more of each shade. So I pat some more pink, turn the brush over, I pat some more lilac, blend into the pink, and then I pat some more purple. Okay, and blend. Now, you can use less color, you can use more color. This is the look that I have been liking. All right. And then blending on the other eye as well. Um, Sometimes for my preference, I don't like going up that high. So again, taking the blending brush and just blending that off. There you go. Okay, so now the look totally comes together when you add eyeliner and see how it kind of fell. You don't want that. Now, when I do makeup for people or teach people, teach them how you do eye color first and then you do foundation and concealer because of that fallout. You wouldn't, it would be easier to, if that was already there, wipe it off the face and then do concealer and foundation or foundation concealer. Um, so there's that. Now, um, for the sake of time and just to go over these specific products, I'm not going to do eyeliner and mascara. Okay. Now, just for ha-has, even though these concealers act as primers, I'm going to put on a liquid color first with this eye and show you the difference of what this does. Now, I have with me the Pink Starlight, and on this eye, I'm doing the Inner Fire. So I should have been using the Light Beam as a base, but it's okay. Because these colors are not pinky tone, which is why I say that. So let's see what kind of a difference it makes in application. Okay, now I have not played with these, but I've seen people use them. So I prefer the accent color to be matte and the inner two to be the shimmer. So I'm going to use this brown as the outside color. And let's do, so the brown is called Bring It Brown. And this top right one is called Ignited Ivory. And then the middle one is Gold Greatness. Now I'm also loving the Fiery Coral, which is down here. Um, and these two blended together, I've seen on some people look so good. So you can do this on the lid, this in the crease. Now, sometimes I also am taught the crease is a matte, so I would stay away from that on the crease, but more just seeing them blended together. I don't know, just like all these colors are so gorgeous. You can tell I haven't used this one because the the thing's still on it. Anyway, so let's do I said I was gonna do the gold, but let's do the coral instead. Fiery coral on the middle. And because I'm a light tone girl, the coral is kind of like calling to me, even though it does have a warm tone to it. So pretty. And then the ivory, ignited ivory on the inner corner. And that just opens your eye up, right? And then for the matte shade, um, I don't have any more of those all over brushes, so I'm gonna fib and use the um eye crease. Oh, I don't want the ivory. That's there. I want the brown. Bring It Brown. Um, this one is called Hot Clay. This is the Bring It Brown. So I'm liking that deep matte shade. And again, lash, crease, bring it together. So pretty. Uh, Playing together with that. Yeah. I did better application with this eye than this eye. But there you go. So let me show you what these colors look like because I do have them swatched onto somebody and they are just so pretty. Um, Blushes, here we go. Um, so as you see here, they are I'm trying to move it on my screen so I could see it and there we go. So here are the fall palettes. So let's zoom in. I'll show you. So Inner Fire. And these are the shades. So all six shades, the two matte right here, and then the other four. And then on the bronze tone, what they would look like. And then you see over on the right here, that's the outer glow. And on the ivory beige and bronze tones. Now, these two on the right, those are the top two colors that just give a those are the lilac, and the top right is called Glistening Aura. And even though it looks gold, you can tell it just adds a glisten to the eye, and a highlight to the eye. And that's what I have on my inner corner. Okay. So these are the palette colors. All right. So let's move on. So, and again, as you know, that the eyes come together with liner and mascara, and liner, as you know, is top lid and just a little bit on the bottom, and that opens your eye up. When you go all the way across on the bottom, it makes your eyes look so small. And all the looks come together with adding a mascara of choice. And I do already have my brows done, but let's go ahead and move on to the new cheek colors. So, and by the way, I think I said these are 40. And when you buy our current eye colors, six of them at $8, that comes to 48, I think. Let's see. Six times eight. Yep, 48. These are six colors for $40. So this is kind of a steal. And what the company did was, you'll see in this lookbook, and your beauty consultant should have been telling you how some of the eye and cheek colors are going away. So there are these eye colors left. Okay. And so the pop of color will now be in our limited edition shades, palettes. So they might be palettes, they might be individual colors, but however they're going to be, our pop of color will be limited edition. So I think this is a steal to get six colors for only 40, and in a nice magnetic close palette. Okay. Uh, so there's that. Okay, so moving on to cheek. So we've had them before, and these are just new colors. They are a gel cream blush. So um, the eyeshadow palettes and tinted lip balms are on page 16 and 17 of the book, and the cheek colors are on page 19. Okay, so they are gel cream blushes, and there are four new shades. Okay, so in the past we had a rosy, we had a pink, we had a peach. I forget what the other one was, if there were four. And so now we have Coral Kiss, Soft Buff, Pink Stars, and Passion Fruit. Let me share with you these shades. They are uh find gel cream blushes. Yep. Okay. So these are all four of them. Now, the swatches on the left here are if you were not to spread them out, and if you had a lot of colors, you can see like that's a lot of a clump of color, right? And this is a clump of color. So when you spread them out, this is more of the shade that you get. They are versatile shades for buildable shades that can go from subtly sheer to boldly stunning. Gift ready, cute packaging, make a great gift. They're 20 each. Lightweight wear, they're gel cream texture that floats dreamily on the skin. Um, and enriched with moisturizing hyaluronic acid to give the cheeks a plump, dewy glow. Okay. Um, so moisturizing hyaluronic acid, yep, the dewy glow. So that's what I love. And I like that there is sheer kind of color. Okay, so I am going to attempt to show you um all four of these. Let's go for it. So on this cheek, I'm gonna end up leaving the Coral Kiss, and on this cheek, I'm gonna end up leaving the Pink Stars. So let's do the other two first and then wipe those off. So here's my tip if you decide to get these. Okay, so this is the passion fruit shade. There's gonna be a silver cover. I cut the tab off already. Do not take that silver cover off. Instead, take a pin and pierce a hole in it. So you only want a hole that big. If you open it up, you're going to get way too much product, and you're going to be like, this is too much. I don't like it. Okay. So when you get a pinhole of a color of amount, you can squeeze it out and just have a tiny bit to spread. So you want to, so remember, for cheek color, you always smile. You go on the side of the apple, feel your cheekbone, and that's where the color goes. If you smile, your cheek color never goes here. All right. So smile, tap, tap, tap. You see, I have three little dots right there. And then you can blend down, blend back, and go in little circles right on the cheekbone area. So now you can use your fingers, or if you just do your cheek brush, just a dewy hint of color. Okay, so that's passion fruit. So now let's do soft buff on this cheek. And a little bit. Tap, tap, tap. Right there. And blend. This color is deceiving. It is so pretty. And just that little bit of color right in your cheekbone area. Okay. So now I have to put the cap back in the same place so I'm not like searching for these caps. I'm gonna fold my cotton round over and just wipe that off a bit and wipe that off a bit. Trying to get close to show you these colors. And I know I just totally wiped my foundation off and I don't have my foundation brush. Foundation brush would have been good just to reapply the foundation. But anyway, we're going to keep going. So pink stars I'm going to do on this cheek. I am liking pink stars for me. To me, I just don't care for how bright the passion fruit is of a bright of a color. Even though it blends to a sheer dewy glow, I just prefer pink stars on me. So I've been wearing that one. So that's pink stars. And then on this side, we'll do Coral Kiss. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to show you what it's like to spread it with just the brush. And back, and there you go. So you don't need to spread too much. It's just that little bit of color, okay? All right, so those are the cheeks. So I love that it has the hyaluronic acid in it that is moisturizing for your cheek area. And they think of everything, how the concealer acts as an eye primer, and it has vitamin E in it. I like how the lip balms have the jojoba oil and almond oil in them. So many good ingredients in all of these products. All right, so now we're going to move on and talk about a couple of so the other limited edition item. So the concealer is a new regular line item. So the lip balm, the eye palettes, and the cheek colors are limited edition. Now, the next limited edition fall holiday item is the Silkening Dry Oil in the Confidently You scent. Okay. It's the same scent as the perfume that came out in May. Okay. I love this scent. And it's not too for me. This is the scent that I prefer. Now, you might be someone that likes it more rosy. You might be someone that likes it more what's the description? Losing my words. But this is just to me so all around of a good type of floral. Um, I should not, don't quote me on that word. I should have this open to correctly describe it, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to find it quick enough. Sarah, let's go to the page describing dry oil. Which, by the way, the two samples of the cheek color are Coral Kiss and Passion Fruit if you get the book in the mail from your girl. Trying to do this fast. And it's not happening. Here we go. It does not describe the scent of what Confidently You is. Do I have it in? I don't have it in my favorites pictures. Okay. But anyway, it's just a nice overall scent. So what Silkening Dry Oil is it hydrates, it goes on, it feels not oily, but it feels wet, right? But it dries. And so it spreads really easily. It hydrates. Apply to legs, arms, and décolleté to enjoy a subtle fragrance and a beautiful silky sheen. So it also gives the silky finish to your skin. They say you can rub it in your collarbones, create a luminous base. You can apply it as a highlighter to the top of the cheeks or to your cheek brush for the top of the cheeks. Um, and we already said how you can apply it to the collarbones. So s- alone, the dry oil is 24. When you bundle it with the perfume, it brings it to 79. Now, someone has pointed out it has this white kind of box on it with the flowers in front. Same thing with the back of this dry oil. Now, do not confuse it if you keep it in the same place as your makeup. Do not confuse it with the makeup remover that also has that white box on the back. Now, the makeup remover box is brighter, but and the makeup remover is shorter, but they're the same kind of pink bottle with the black top. So I personally keep my perfumes in my bedroom and then my makeup remover is in my bathroom. So I wouldn't, if they were mine, I wouldn't confuse it, but just be careful. Okay. Okay, so the next limited edition item, the body product is not limited edition, but the socks that go with it are. So every year we launch socks, okay? And so uh here are this year's socks. They are right on trend with the bow. Okay, so the bow and it looks like ribbons all over it. So pink, red bow with pink and red ribbon throughout, and then the socks are like a really light pink. And as you know, these socks that come out every year are so, so, so soft, and people can't get enough socks, right? Dog get to them, you might need a new pair because of that. Um, uh, so make a great gift for anybody on your list, quite honestly, because you never know what type of person she is, and it's just a good gift, especially for those who are on their feet all the time. So the socks come complimentary when you buy the Mint Bliss Energizing Lotion for feet and legs. Uh, and what else about that? I think that's pretty much it. So they're complimentary. Um, And so make your list and let your girl know if the socks are something that you want to be able to get this season. Now, the final product that is launched this quarter is a regular line item. And so the company changed from retinol zero point 0.5 with the facial milk as a set to and obviously you can get one or the other of those alone, to now we just have retinol zero point 0.3. Now, couple of differences with them is that one, they're calling it pure daily retinol because starting from day one, you can use this every single night. You don't have to go through a retinization period. You don't have to go through that schedule that I went through with a few different people and your beauty consultant would have gone through with you of, once a week for 4 weeks, then stepping up to two, three, four, five, right? Until you can use it every night if your skin can handle that. 0.3 you can use every single night starting from day one. Okay. Um, as you know, retinol is the dermatologist's gold standard. Um, move this out of the way. I don't need that anymore. Um, ingredient, and it's a high performance formula that prevents and reverses the visible signs of aging. You can seamlessly add it into your night routine starting on day one. Now, the other difference between this and the other one, zero point 0.5, is that you use it. Where do I have it written down? It's the last step before moisturizer. Now, it used to be the very first step of your skincare routine. Boosters go first always, and then retinol, and then your rest of your skincare routine and end with moisturizer. Zero point 0.3 goes right before moisturizer at the end of your night routine. So you might be someone who's using eye cream, lifting serum, and moisturizer. This would go after lifting serum, right before moisturizer. You always do eye cream first, which is why I teach my customers that eye cream is always right after cleanser, whether you're using retinol or not. That way, there's no residual anything on your fingers. There's no residual facial moisturizer or any of the other serums. And so you're just getting eye cream in the eye area. And so then, if and when you add retinol, you are ready to add it in. Okay. So always eye cream right after cleanser. Zero point 0.3 is right before moisturizer. And let me show you a little bit about this. Um, some benefits that people have found from this is that after 1 week, the look of the deep lines improved, firmness ratings and skin tone improved, and then after 12 weeks, Everybody saw skin texture that was smoother, had less visible blotchiness, 90% found less lines, fine lines and wrinkles were less visible, 80%, 86% of people, women found showed a visible reduction in the deep lines. Firmness increased and even skin tone improved as well. So, um, so there's that. So this is the new retinol zero point 0.3. There's no more facial milk um with this. Now we still have our dynamic wrinkle limiter and then all four of our boosters as well. So you can ask your girl, Mary Kay girl, which is best for you. So that is everything in our new fall and holiday line. If you have any other questions about, which by the way, the retinol, to let you know is where is it? Is 70. Okay. So a little bit more affordable for you too. So if you have any other questions about any of the products that I went over, if you want to try them, get a hold of your girl and connect with her, and I'm sure she would love to answer the questions and show them to you, right? So thanks for watching, and I'll chat with you later.